It's about 6:30 in the morning, 32 degrees outside, and today I'm going to go exploring. But this time, I'm not going to take my motorcycle. I'm going to take that airplane up into the Sierra Nevada mountains to an airport that I've never been before. And I'm going to take you guys along for the ride. So that being said, let's go flying.
Okay. Nice cool morning. Hopefully it's nice and smooth out. No wind. Windsock is nice and limp. Okay. Here comes the power. Airspeed's live. There we go, we're flying. Okay, let's climb straight out for a minute. Nice, smooth morning, man. This is the best time to fly. And good thing I don't have the sun on my face on the way. We're climbing 700 feet a minute at 70 knots. Pretty good. Okay, let's try our turn here. Alright, just hit squelch some. Oh man, it's the best time to fly. See the antenna out there in the distance. I think I'll sneak up on you. You can see it pretty easy right now. It's nice and camouflaged though. That antenna sits pretty close to traffic pattern altitude, so if you're coming into the airport and not looking, you can hit it. Nobody's out this morning either. Yeah, we'll climb up to about 5,500 feet initially and then head towards Reno. So we're looking at 106 miles to destination right now, hour and 27 minutes at current speed, which will fly faster than that once we get up here a little bit. Come back on the power a little bit. See how fast I want to fly this morning. It's pretty hazy out. Actually a good sign for the stability of the air. Is that a cold front pass through? And then squelch just a little bit. There we go. There we go. Okay. So, I'm heading towards Quincy, California. Gotta pick up the kids. I dropped them off yesterday in the car. So, it'll be exciting to pick them up today in the airplane. And like I said, it's about 6:54 in the morning right now. Took off a little early so I can go exploring a little bit. So I'll kind of show you guys, I guess, what I'm doing here. So pretty standard 7172 display on the side. Nothing cosmic. And then yeah, we'll just keep our slow climb going here. I got throttle mixture. Pretty simple airplane. This GPS right now I've set for my destination. And bit of a transponder. I do have this Sentry receiver for ADS-B, which is Bluetooth light. You can see the synthetic display there, which is pretty nice for looking for things like antennas. I'm not sure if you guys can see that with the camera there. So more of that kind of stuff, as well as other traffic. And pretty nice. I'm doing about 99 knots, 100 knots now of ground speed. I'm kind of cruising along. I'll climb up a little bit when I get towards Burnley over here. So when I go through Reno, I try to stick below and see what the airspace goes up to over there. So I'll shoot for about 6,500 feet. Maybe clip this little corner over here. It is early in the morning, so all the arrivals and departures are coming in and out of Reno. So I'm trying not to be getting too close to them. Let's see, let's set up our next freak here. Let's see, 119.2. I'm about 2,000 feet above the ground right now. Nice morning for flying. There's Soda Lake. Not sure if my camera's being masked or not. So if you guys are anything like me, you got into motorcycles because you like exploring, well, I got into flying also because I love exploring, so it's really a great way to go see things that other people usually can't see. You can feel the wind a little bit right now. 105 knots ground speed. So yeah, if I continue like this, I'll arrive at 7:54 a.m. But I'll go exploring for about 20-30 minutes. I'm supposed to meet him at 6 or 8:30 at the airport. So I've never flown in this airport before, so that should be fun. But anyway, I'll check back in with you guys once I get a little bit closer to some of this airspace up here, and then maybe go check out some of the mountains.
4 turn left, correct, below block 4 tech. Enter left, below block 4 tech, southwest 2164.
NorCal approach, Skyhawk 9861 Quebec.
Approach, Reno, altimeter 3012, say request.
3012, currently 20 miles to the east of Reno, request flight following as far as Stead, heading to 2 Oscar 1.
November 61 Quebec, squawk 0353.
0353, 61 Quebec. drive through the traffic in Reno. And it's a flying under this little ledge of airspace here. And then now I have landing traffic that's going to be in front of me at some point here.
November 2730, Mike, advise me at Reno International Site, 12 o'clock and 15 miles.
I have Reno International at this time, 273 here, Mike.
Please, sure, Mike, you say you do have it in sight?
That's affirmative, sir. I have Reno at this time, 273 here, Mike.
I'll take 50 miles.
Mike, clear visual approach, running 16 left.
Yes, sir. Clear for the visual 16 left, 273 here, Mike.
Hey, tech man, I don't see him on the ADSB. That's why I'm avoiding his airspace though, because I don't want to like, you know, be interfering with the passenger planes trying to land. Looking for him, I don't see him yet. As we're sitting here, about 40 minutes out from our destination. I'm not sure if they'll show up on the camera, but you can see Reno out there in the distance, probably about 10 miles or so. This is Sun Valley we're coming up on in here.
Mike, contact Reno Tower 118.7. Have a good morning.
Okay, sir. Over Tower 118.7. I'm on 273 here, Mike.
It's usually good courtesy to talk to approach if you can when you're flying around here, just to give them warm fuzzy that you know that other airplanes are around here. You're not just going to be tooling through the airspace. Or close to it at least. Yeah, I'm still not seeing this dude on the ADSB or visually. Up there, just for now, that's somebody else. And what the hell? He's probably past us now. Yeah, so my iPad fell off with the suction cup here. I don't know, I guess it doesn't work very well since the windows are really cold. But we're just north of Stead Airport right now. Gonna fly over Trent Palmer's house real quick. I don't see him on the ADSB at all, so maybe he's not out flying today. See, somebody else has a nice little airstrip down there. I didn't know that was there. So let's see, I've never flown up through here before, so let's see which one's his. Probably the only one I'm gonna really be able to tell is the runway. Nice morning now, hardly anybody out here. Yeah, we're a little ahead of schedule, so we're taking a little detour. Gonna kind of fly past these little mountains over here, and then head back around. Alright, so I think I see Trent's house. I can see a runway off my nose here. Let's kind of maneuver closer to this terrain so I can look out the left side. side. And gauge still green, fuel's still good. Yeah, it's Trent's house down there. Don't see the airplane yet, so he's parked in the hangar at the moment. Or offline. No, that's not his house. That's the other one. So I see a light dirt clutter area right there. That's not it, it's further up the hill here. Been off in the wrong one. So you can maybe see some of the green. Oh, there's a runway there. Looks like he has a paved driveway all the way up, that's new. Let's see. Make sure it's still clear for traffic. A couple vehicles there. Not sure if you guys can make that out. That's a nice house. Nice yard. Little skid steer there. You can see his little track too that he'll take his electric bike on. But hey, what's up, Trent, dude? Boom. Yeah, so we'll cruise further up this. It's called Red Rock Canyon, and then head back around towards this place called Beckworth. So we'll check in again a few. Yeah, it's just coming to the end of Red Rock Canyon right now. See a lot of people live out here. It's pretty cool. We're gonna hook around this terrain here. Because you don't like to stick too close to terrain in a Cessna. Nice and smooth out right now, though this would be a nightmare if it was windy at all. Not the best place to be if it was. This is the Peterson Mountain Range right here off the left wing. You guys probably make out the red rocks there at the end of the Red Rock Canyon. And basically up the nose is Susanville, is California where I grew up. Cool. Let's check ESP. Nobody's around. Looking for any other traffic that's not broadcasting. Yeah, so off the nose here, the other mountain range. That all burnt up last summer from one of the many, many fires. Nice old trail to go up there. Maybe we'll take the KNFL up that trail one day. Looks like it comes out down there. Making sure nobody else is along in this valley here. This is why flying an airplane's fun. Man, this is fun. I just crossed the border too from Nevada to California. We'll kind of cruise up here, check out this fire scar a little bit. Used to ride dirt bikes back in here years ago. It was pretty cool. But man, that's all destroyed. This particular fire ended up wiping out a bunch of houses in Dole, California. That just knows how to terrain. Pretty scary stuff. Well, my main intent to fly today was to check out the Dixie Fire, but I just don't have time to do it. Somebody else needs an airplane by 11, so I gotta be back in time. And all that stuff destroyed. We used to ride dirt bikes up at the top of the train there. Pretty high. I mean, we're out 6,400 feet right now. That's what, probably 7.5. A little bit bouncy right now. Not much. Probably funneling wind up through this canyon here. opportunity. Let's go and put in our, let's see, 2 Oscar 1. I'm about 40 miles away right now. Okay, looking for any wires. All poles have wires. Looks clear. Man, last time I was up by these mountains, probably some of the most frustrating time of my life trying to ride a dirt bike. Buddy Rod brought us back in here. We're basically trials riding with motocross bikes. It was so horrible. I was so smoked after that day. That was probably 15 years ago. Who wants to cross over here and start getting a lot greener? Okay, let's kind of... Not sure if we're at a high enough altitude to be able to get a glimpse of Frenchman Lake. Last time I saw that from the ground, it was looking pretty sad. Hopefully got a lot more water this year. And we need to climb up or go over there if we want to see it. But we're just going to head straight to Quincy. Here we'll kind of, this will only take about 1 minute off our flight time, kind of cruise up here just a little bit, hook around this terrain, see some of the other fire scar. I was going to fly yesterday, but it was so turbulent, low level wind shear. Just windy, just would not have been a good time. And I want to be able to fly this close to terrain and wind like that. Because the wind basically acts like water, you know. When it kind of flows over the mountains, it'll kind of, you know, get real turbulent. You can't really fly in that stuff safely. But these people with these farms were sweating bullets when that fire came up on them. Yeah, Frenchman Lake is just up there over that terrain. Making sure we leave ourselves plenty out. Believe it or not, when you're flying up little valleys like this, you want to stay closer to one side so you have enough room to turn around. You don't want to fly straight up the middle. It looks like a house used to be there. You can see Frenchman Lake over there. Looking for wires. Clear. And it looks like Frenchman Lake has a bit more water than the last time I saw it. More comfortable flying for me, believe it or not. I have twice as much time in helicopters as I do airplanes, so flying at these altitudes is more comfortable for me, but it's deceptive because this airplane just does not have the climb performance you know, that you would want to be able to fly around here, so you got to be really cognizant of what's safe and what's not. A little bit of anyway, yeah, I'll probably check in one last time, get closer to Quincy, and see how we do our landing over there at the airport I've never been to. So, see ya. Okay, I think the battery in the GoPro is getting pretty low here. But descending into Quincy now, tell me how nice that is to see steam coming up from the mill. Good indicator for the winds. I see the airport. So it should actually be pretty interesting because I can see it's butted right up to the terrain there. So you kind of loop around this hill and land. And you really want to, the way the airport is in AFD, it says that you want to typically take off on one runway and not use the other one. You can land on both, but there's some terrain issues there, so yeah, there's the airport right there. Let's get down to traffic pattern altitude. see how much you butcher this one. Okay, so fuel set to both. Don't need landing light right now. Gear mixture is good. Getting a little bit bumpy. Starting slowing down here a little bit. So you can see, not that big of a runway either. Airport elevation is at 3418, and we're currently descending through 4,700 feet right now. So, let's keep an eye on this terrain, make sure there's no obstructions that is going to interfere with us, because we're going to be right up near that terrain at our traffic pattern altitude. Quincy traffic, Skyhawk 9861 Quebec is on an extended left downwind, runway 7, Quincy. And the AWOS said that the winds are calm, which checks with that. Couple hundred feet left to go for a traffic pattern altitude. We're probably going to fly a little higher pattern than normal right here, just because of the terrain, and let's try to avoid that house. So I'm going to kind of fly not the best downwind ever. I don't want to fly right over that house, which happens to be in the wrong spot. There's your airport right there. Looking for our out, so pretty much we go around. We'll straight out climb. Man, this is pretty fun. Okay, let's get a little ahead of the airplane here and start kicking in a little bit of flaps. Okay, pretty much traffic pattern altitude now. Good. Gauge green. Light fuel. So we're just going to kind of thread the needle here through this terrain. And you end up pretty close to the highway too, so I don't want to get too close to those cars, so make sure you don't undershoot the approach too much. Okay, just because I'm going to kick a little bit more flaps early. There's our touchdown point. Yeah, this is an interesting airport. I mean, look at that. That's why you don't want to fly up that other side of the runway if we're taking off. So you gotta fly up the valley. Watch these trees too. Quincy traffic, Skyhawk 96 on Quebec is turning left base, runway 7, Quincy. Okay. A little fast. A little fast and high, which is fine. We'll slow down here. Pretty steep approach. Now we'll try not to undershoot too much when we get down over it for the cars here. Still fast. Gonna get down and start to bleed off some airspeed here. Touchdown here. Flaps up. And we're just gonna taxi down here. Let's get some weight off the front wheel there. I don't want to give too much brakes, you know. Would have been nice to stop at that one, but I don't want to go too hard on the brakes. Well, we made it to Quincy. That was a fun landing, man. But it can get sketchy. I can tell if you're windy because the wind's only going to come to tailwind, you know, for the landing. So you can land the other way, you know, opposite way we're facing, but there's no go around. So let's exit the runway here. And that was fun. traffic. Skyhawk 9861 Quebec is clear of the runway, taxi back to fuel. Quincy. But anyway, that's what it's like to fly an airplane, so thanks for joining me on this one, and we'll see you in the next video.